Good morning. Today we are going to do a walkthrough on how to remove the window tint from the rear window on this 2017, I think, GTI. MK7 anyway, I don't know what year it is. Usually you don't have to remove these panels, but for the removal of this, because this goes so far up and you need heat to get this tint off without all the glue coming off, you got to pull these panels. This one just pops off. This one just pops off. And on this one, you need a T20 bit, and there's 4 screws. Here, 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 and here. All right, so for this piece here, you can usually just pry out the bottom a little bit. Once you get that one clip out, the top one will just unclip from this other plastic piece. And it comes off nice and easy. If you look, there's just a few clips. And these ones on the side have kind of like a little catch that goes over the other plastic piece. I like to put them in the back seat because otherwise guaranteed I'll step on them. The side ones are kind of similar. You can just kind of pry it out and it should pop right off. These ones, same thing. You got your 3 clips, and then these 2 are what go under this one here. Go. Now, main concerns to worry about this one when you're using water is right here, these run into where your rear headliner is. So you need to put some kind of microfiber towel over this. Obviously there's electronics there, you don't want to get wet, but also to stop water from going down here, because any water that comes through here will run down in, and that can cause staining on the headliner. Customers don't like that, so don't do that. For this big piece, once you get the 4 screws undone, it's pretty much the same thing. There's just some clips holding it in. The thing is moving, which doesn't make it easy. You can use a pry tool here, probably be a little easier. Just kind of work your way around, undoing all the clips. This here, it's not clips holding it. It's just these are designed to fit under that little crevice. So you just gotta finagle it a little bit, just get out. Also, as you can see, those get really dirty. And she just detailed this not too long ago. So she either missed it or she drives on gravel roads a lot. All right, so now you have a clear picture of what's under here. Obviously, wiper motor, different electronic wiring. You don't want to soak this stuff. So with windows like this, to remove it, the reason we want to remove that is because this goes under the seal on all sides. And we need heat to get this off of here and get as much glue off as possible. I'm going to use a heat gun for this just because that's what I have on hand and what I like to use. You can use steam to be a little bit safer. Easiest way of something like this is find an edge. Like here, it lifted a bit. So I'm just going to start there, heat, and just keep pulling all my way across. Once we get done that, we'll move on to the next steps. So the biggest thing with this, you have a heat gun, which is directed heat. You don't want to be pointing it at your electronics. You can keep it on the window, but point it inward so you can still get it on the edges to warm them up. You just don't want to get it to where you're burning stuff. If you need to, you can get like a metal squeegee they use for drywall. Just tuck it there, and that way you don't have risk of getting heat over here. You don't need it to be scorching. Basically, if it's like hot, but not hot enough that you have to pull your hand away, you're in a good spot. So now once you get a little bit of heat, I like to go nice and slow. I find if I just grip it and rip it, it leaves a lot of glue lines that are a pain in the ass to get off later. I don't know what brand of film was initially on here. It is coming off really well though. I know with certain brands like Expel specifically, they use a very aggressive adhesive to get it to last. That can mean a colossal pain in the butt to get it off. So you just kind of have to go with it. I don't know what this is. I've used Suntech a lot too, and this also doesn't feel like Suntech. It's almost like a rubbery texture, but it's coming off super nicely. When I go to put film back on here, I will be putting Expel on it again because that's what she wants and that's what I got. I'm gonna put 5% back on here. Now you can tell whoever did this, there's some weirdness up there. Might not be scratching, it might be nothing. One thing to get in the habit that you can't see that I'm doing is anytime I move the heat gun away, don't hold it in the vehicle, because if you're holding it against something, it's gonna burn something before you realize it. Pull it way off to the side and hold it away from something, or just turn it off entirely. Just remember where you put it, because in the summertime I've had times where I'm wearing shorts and I'll back up and realize I left my heat gun right behind me, and then I get a nice little imprint in the back of my calf. Well, funny to others, I did not enjoy it. So this is just a matter, just work your way along. You're just aiming a couple inches in front of the tint just to heat it up so it comes off with minimal amounts of glue, which this is doing really nicely. Now I have an MK7 GTI that I also need to do the back window, so I only hope mine comes off this easy. I know mine for sure has Expel on it though, because when I bought it, that's what they put on there. And even though it's not the greatest tint, it's my car, and I was kind of lazy and I didn't really want to change it. All right, so now as you're getting close to the edge, you're gonna do the same thing again. One thing to mention too, with tint, when you're pulling this off, you don't wanna let it sit back on the window. Because as soon as this, even though you've pulled it off, touches the window again, it's gonna leave glue behind. It's just a tint thing. I don't know why it does that. It's just one of those annoying things it does. So then I'm gonna heat up the edges again, because I kinda wanna, for lack of a better word, I'm gonna go around the outskirts and pull this way. Because there's nothing worse than when you're just about perfect and you get it to here and it all breaks off, and now you need to jam your fingers under there to try and pull it out. So I'm just gonna make my way around. One important note with window tint, these edges can give you extraordinarily bad paper cuts. Be very careful when you're working the edges of tint, because it will cut you and it will be deep and it will sting, and it will happen before you even realize what went on. All right, so just like that, this came off. This is the weirdest textured tint I have ever handled. I don't know what this is. It almost feels like rubber. Could be Canadian Tire Special, I'm not sure. But based on all the gouges, you can tell there was. So removal of the glue, because obviously there's rear defrost lines, we can't just take a razor blade and scrape it all, because you're gonna rip them lines apart. I'm in Canada, it's cold as balls here in the wintertime. We need these defrost lines if we have the choice. So you can use a couple products. Epic Orange, I really like this. Spray it lightly, you don't need a ton. It'll help loosen the glue. Then you come back with, I like to use just a glass cleaner that has ammonia in it, which can also eat the glue. I like to go over it with a microfiber first to catch most of the glue, and then you come with your fancy white squeegees. Just keep going until it's done. I like to go over with my hand after too, especially along the edges. Ooh, those are sharp. All right, so now that we're here, before we continue, I did try some different lighting today. I turned my overhead lights off, and I'm using my side lights I use for light colored vehicles in a less blinding of a shade. So if you like this better, let me know and I'll just keep filming this way. I kind of think it makes it a little easier and less shadowy personally. So now when we get to the scrubby-in, this is mostly just get it wet. I would normally get this a little bit more wet, but because of all the electronics there, I don't want to soak these things. Basically just get it wet and just start scrubbing. You want to make sure, especially around the dot matrices, which are those little dots that border most windows, I honestly am not 100% certain what they're for, but I have been told it prevents them from shattering by distributing heat or reducing heat. I've never really been that bothered, except the only ones that were super annoying were like the previous generation Dodge Charger, that half the window was a dot matrix, but they've done away with it now, so it is what it is. Most of this, while you're doing it, you're also trying to feel for it to grab. Like you'll feel glue catch it. You can see from the dirtiness how dirty the corners are. So after we're done, when you get your rag, make sure you're getting deep into there because you don't want any of that dirt falling down into your tint. So I like to use my thumb. If you get some of these older windows too, it's always a good idea when you're done with this squeegee, either clean it really well, cut off the really dirty part, or just throw it out. I buy these in boxes of like 50, and I think the box is like $8. So they're not at all expensive. It just depends how much you want to pay attention to little things and what kind of vehicles you're doing. With something like that, I look at it as, if I change this, that's going to give me the best result, and if it's inexpensive enough to warrant that, it's not a big deal. Most windows aren't usually this dirty, but because this car is like 8, 9 years old, it definitely has gathered some schmutz. All right, so this is where, once I get this dry, I'll just take the back of my hand over it. I'm just feeling for little places that catch. You're gonna feel glue if it catches your finger because it feels different on your skin. Specifically, there was a big line here, and there was a couple over here. Anywhere the film rips, there's a high chance of glue being left behind. And then make sure your edges. Now, one important note on these windows specifically, right here and right here are your two pickups that connect to your rear defrost. So when you're squeegeeing, be extra careful in those two corners that you don't hit those contacts, because if you rip them off the window, that's going to cause these to not work anymore.